At least for UNLV, our current state-based budget is $175 million, and by FY13, the plan is to reduce that to $125 million. The total that I just gave you is $47.5 million. If we reduce our budget by state budget by $47.5 million, it's the equivalent of about 3 or 4 of our large colleges, and it would take out about a third of our students. That's a huge, huge budget. While you can play with the numbers, what you have to say is that we've already lost $49.6 million, we're about to lose $47.5 million more, and that money comes out of the heart of academic programs. This whole thing into perspective and say, really, what is it that the state wants out of higher ed? Because we have one of the lowest levels of higher ed degrees in the country. In fact, we're a rock bottom, and we have one of the lowest levels of research funding for economic diversification in the country. So those are critical features, and the state has to decide what it wants and what it wants to pay for. Other states are making investments in higher ed. Higher ed's been the budget balancer for years. We're always the one that takes the biggest hit. I would submit that that's very bad business. If you want a return on investment, if you want economic diversification, if you want greater degree production for our area, don't do that. Now, I want to put in a plug for the governor, which you might find funny.
No.
First of all, Brian Sandoval is a man of tremendous integrity, and I believe that he felt if he gave a status quo budget to us, that he'd get status quo behavior. He's saying, I want people to think in new and innovative ways. We're ready, and we are thinking in new and innovative ways. We're ready to be entrepreneurial, we're ready to help, but now it's time for a real dialogue about what he needs and what the state needs.